Hi Virgo. So you guys are going to be the first sign that I do on this new channel. This is Late Nights with Lenormand. I'm Psyren. So here I want to do mainly Lenormand style reads. We'll occasionally, not even occasionally, we'll have oracle cards and occasionally pull from other things like Kipper, maybe some charms. But I wanted this space to be for mainly Lenormands. They'll probably be uploaded mostly late at night. Keep the vibe with theme, keep on theme here. Um, and I'll explain a little more in a bit on kind of where else you can reach me for other reads. But I'm going to jump right in. We're going to do these between the worlds, like these shadow casting, like bone and oracle cards. And so first we have bird bone. So 41. We can reduce it down to a 5, and then button, which is a 30, so a 3, and then heart, which is 24, which is a 6. So the first thing I'm feeling, and this might just be within like the general, like your general auric field and like what's within your energy around you. And then we'll do the Lenormand reading, kind of getting into some more just like practical messages, see what comes up. So first, I'm feeling a sense of there's some type of conflict or change that might be going on for you at this time when it relates to like your long-term plans or even short-term plans. Because the bird bone to me is about like vision. It's about like being able to see from a different perspective and being able to plan for what it is you see and what it is you want. And fives are about conflict, change, and instability. And then with that button, which is a 3, buttons to me are about connecting things, so connecting and disconnecting, like how you link up with others. The threes to me are about the fruition of things. They're about the kind of the bringing in of something new with two separate halves that then become a third. So it's kind of feeling like there's something about community and finding like-minded people or just even a like-minded person. And then with heart, that can obviously be love and connection, and it's a 6, which harmony, balance. So there's something about the reciprocity between you and others that's kind of needing to be figured out, because again, like that conflict is with long-term planning, just seeing your future. Are you potentially going through some type of disconnect and trying to find a new way of connecting with someone, or needing some type of new connection because the one that you're currently in, the way that you envisioned it? Because the bird bone also talks about not just vision but delusion. So almost like the way you thought things were going to be isn't actually what it is. And so you're trying to now figure out, after this kind of revelation or tower that may have happened, where exactly you go from here. What does connection feel like for you? Okay, so I don't know if the Lenormand message is going to echo any of this, because I'm just trying to see what's unfolding for you at this time. But that's what's coming up in your energy. So sense of community, connection, reciprocity, and how that looks for the future that you're trying to envision and trying to build. Where do you find like-minded people? So let's see for Virgo. What's unfolding for Virgo at this time? This is kind of new for me again. Like, I normally do not shuffle on camera. I usually, in most of my other reads, I just lay cards out beforehand, and then just to save time, like, let's get it in and out. And I still end up being long-winded. But you guys can actually see me shuffle, so you hear my in real-time thoughts as things come out. So, like I said, I do have a general like reading and collective page, Element Collective, which I'm going to link in YouTube. I do have a website that you can book personals with. We have the star. And I have a newsletter that I plan on putting some goodies in there, like discount codes for my website and other just newsletter content. Just see how it grows. The bear. I've been doing this for a long time, but I've restarted over channels so many times. Okay, that one's... So, okay, like I said, hold on, we have a heart here. Heart here. Holy shit. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. They're both for card 24. So again, repeating 6s. So yeah, balance, harmony, reciprocity. You're trying to protect your feelings right now with this bear. The star, you're trying to spread yourself with like-minded people and good feelings, like while also still protecting your sense of self and your sense of community and what matters to you. What else, Virgo? What else is unfolding for Virgo at this time? Crossroads, some decision that needs to be made, especially with, again, where you want to give your attention to with that star. Ooh. The Tower, because you've been really isolated. Yeah, again, that connection, disconnection, this tower feels like a sense of isolation, a sense of being on your own, handling things by yourself. What else? And then the birds. So some type of communication, some type of exchange. This also can relate to anxiety and like overthinking, racing thoughts, things like that. So I do think this message is kind of echoing what came up in these little charm casting, because again, the idea of bird bone and vision, the star, things spreading, like your vision, your aspirations, and there needing to be a change and you wanting some type of sense of, I was gonna say commitment, but it doesn't necessarily feel like commitment, at least not from yourself necessarily, like commitment from others. Like you want to know that people have like your best interests at heart, that like, so there's something about wanting to share with like-minded others. Let's see what else. Let's finish this out into a 9 card. I was just going to do a 6 card, but which, fuck it, let's do a 9 card. Key. Okay, so there's some type of significant decision you're going to have to make with that star, crossroads, and key. The scythe, because something had to be cut away or will need to be cut away when it comes to identifying. You know what? Some of you, again, you haven't been able to reach that sense of community and like-mindedness and sharing and reciprocity with one another because there's been a situation where you've been isolated, taking care of like familial related things. I don't know if you're maybe someone that takes care of your mother, because the bear can also be a mother figure. There's something about you being isolated and doing that, having to just be the person in charge, be the one caring and looking after someone, that it's put you in a state of isolation away from going after what it is you really want, really care about. And so the scythe, there's a change that's getting ready to happen for you when it comes to that. You do have some anxiety around it because obviously you care and love this person, but like for your life to continue on and get better, you have to do what you care about. Like you have to care about you first, because you do. You have so much love to give. Did I drop one? Of course, it flew. Hold on, let me grab it. Okay. So the last card that flew out, which is interesting that it flew like that, is a rider, because it's like the rider is movement. It's messages, it's news incoming. Someone's going to come through, and with this kind of heart being here, and then the, almost, I don't know if it's family coming through to help you out more because you've been doing something on your own. You've been doing something on your own for so long, and now it's time for others to come in, yes, that share the same kind of vision with you, like that also care about this person that you've been caring for, and it's time for them to come in and support you so that you can support yourself. Like my heart chakra just got so heavy. Because yeah, you've been doing this all by yourself, and it's time for someone to come in and give you some support so that you can also go back to living your life, because you haven't been, and it's been weighing on you. You've done a really good job up until this point. You've done the best you can, but now it's time for you to see bigger, to envision better for yourself. Now, when it comes to some of you that this is very much about a particular person and something changing within a connection, I think, let's see, there's some type of communication that's going to happen between the two of you. With the rider, it could be maybe like a message of like when you're going to see each other, like if you've been isolated from even this person, like, because it still feels like there's care here, there's warmth here, but something has changed within the connection and you need to envision a new way of relating to this. So I'm not going to drag it. Thank you all for checking out this reading. Again, if you resonated with anything, like, comment, subscribe, hang around, take a look at the website, whatever's clever, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye-bye.